Hello and welcome to the War Report. I am your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW and backstage scuffles, baby, where motherfuckers are getting bit, chairs are getting tossed, and for some reason, some people do not have the balls or the gall to say what was the repercussions about this scenario here. They're keeping it very tight-lipped, but we are going to talk about it. We're going to speculate. We're kind of just going to get all of it out of the way. But me and Quan had a really fun discussion while we were waiting for our guest, Sid Jones, who unfortunately could not be here tonight. But Quan said something, but I don't feel like you really knew what was gonna come out of me.
Look, I wasn't expecting you to fucking debate this. I was just saying, when I was a kid,
it wasn't a debate.
It was a little bit. You. If I had more information, it would have been a debate. But look, all I'm saying is, when I was a kid, that Saturday morning block, 10 a.m. WB Pokemon, 10:30 Fox Digimon. I was looking forward to Digimon when I was looking forward to Pokemon. Now, I'm not saying at any point was Digimon hotter than Pokemon. Obviously, I know the impact of Pokemon. I was there. I was there at its peak. I was right there. I had the cards. I had everything. I'm just saying, I think the anime was a little bit more engaging for me at that time. That's all I'm saying.
To me. I'll say this. I personally was never a Digimon person. I hated the designs when I was a kid, and I think their designs are a little more unique now, but I hate them now. Or like, I don't really find them that much better now. I think Pokemon is really smoking their ass with a lot of the designs that they have nowadays. And as far as, the Pokemon show versus the Digimon show, I will say this now and I'll stamp it for fucking show. Digimon, in its movies, TV show, video games, anything like that, it is not touching Pokemon's first episode. It's not.
This is my thing. I want to argue with you, but I just don't remember anything that happened in Digimon, like enough to remember any episode.
Pokemon's first season is like not even nostalgia, but it is riddled with classics. And I say that as somebody that is not a big Pokemon fan today. You could say, well, this Digimon episode is pretty cool. Nigga, you gotta compete with Pikachu versus Raichu. Come on, son. You're not doing that, bro. You're not. The Butterfree episode? The episode where Charmander almost died? Come on, man. Digimon ain't touching that for real, man. Come on, man.
Like I said, we need a Digimon expert. I don't have enough.
The Pokemon rap? Come on, Digimon ain't got nothing like that.
Their theme song was hard. The Digimon theme song was hard though. It was hard.
But the Pokemon rap. I'm sorry. Like I'm not even a Pokemon stan like that.
You sound like one.
I know, but I ain't riding for no Digimon, bro. I'm very sorry to the Digimon fans out there.
They still have a show?
Yes. I believe they're still like releasing stuff every now and then.
Not bad.
We got the run-in. The reports from the journalist said he was not going to be here tonight.
He walked out?
They said he walked out. They said he wasn't happy with a certain person not being here tonight, but we have Sid Jones here. I don't know. Quan said, I owe you one. I don't know what backstage deals is going on, but he is here, and we just need to open up the conversation real quick before we start talking about all the scuffles and stuff. Growing up, did you like Pokemon more, or did you like Digimon? No debate. Just what you was really rocking with.
I always looked at Digimon as like a scam Pokemon, like the great.
He says it's the Walmart Pokemon. They're not even the same.
But it's hilarious. It's hilarious because my best friend now was a big Digimon fan. I used to get him all the time, and now I started watching. I was like, you know what? I take back what I said when we were younger. Like
it was
it's
good.
a good show. It's
That's
a good
what
show.
I said. It was a good show.
I'm just saying, Digimon does not have that cachet or that grip or that hold on society. It just don't. That's why Emil still play them games today. He don't play no Digimon game now.
All right, if we're talking games, that's not fair. We can't do that.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. To any Digimon fans out there, I still ain't rocking with it, and you cannot convince me. Pokemon done smoked y'all ass over and over again, front and back, and I don't even rock with them games no more. But let's get in these trenches, man. Before we get into the media skirmish, scruffle, all that stuff, Tony Khan over the weekend before, All Out came on the air. I believe this was still, I think this was even before Clash at the Castle. Tony Khan talking his ass off to all sorts of people, and he's just sort of just talking about how he thought with management changing that WWE would be more open with collaboration, and he's sort of confused on why the WWE is not loving. Like, he basically hit the why they not loving us, and I'm really confused because personally I don't understand why Tony Khan felt like they was going to suddenly just fuck with him now, and I don't know why people are reacting that they are as if WWE or Triple H actually has to play nice with AEW.
Like that? This is my thing. And AEW has a habit of doing this. They want to do collaborations and kind of, partnerships, but in the end, it's only them benefiting from said partnership. So I look at it like this: what does WWE gain by playing ball with AEW? They don't gain anything. Nothing. I don't. So I wouldn't see why, WWE would have any interest in working with AEW, especially because let's be honest, they be talking shit. I wouldn't want to work with them either. Like, they be talking a lot of shit.
They're gonna act like with the partnership was like Tony Khan is like what he has in AEW is bigger than what he has in WWE. So it's like Tony Khan's helping Triple H rather than Triple H helping Tony Khan.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
It is absolutely like baffling, confusing to me that there's only one Khan in wrestling, and then what is it? He sends the email telling them not to be tampering with our talent, and then he turns around and be like, "Damn, why they ain't fucking with us, man?" And it's just like, I feel as if AEW truly has nothing to offer, and like for real, be serious, bro. What does that show even look like?
Were they expecting? Were they expecting like some kind of forbidden door type of thing, or were they looking at like a talent exchange, or like what were they trying to do? I don't understand.
Yeah, that as well. But
what's the benefit?
What does either of those options look like? And WWE absolutely does not benefit from that happening
at all.
You wanted to be pro wrestling so bad, but now you want to collaborate with the sports entertainment. Why? I thought you was different. What's going on here?
I don't know. You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if you ever saw it. Do you remember the in the Last Dance documentary, the Michael Jordan shit, when Isaiah Thomas was on there and he was like, I had this, but I had all the qualifications. How come I didn't get the part? That's what Tony Khan sounds like, trying to make them sound like the bad guy when you know damn well why you ain't get the part, because niggas don't fuck with you like that. Like, you know what it is. So why are you trying to act like, why are you trying to play victim in public now? You know what I mean?
It would be very beneficial for the wrestling business. Come on, son. You ain't raking in no dollars, man.
Beneficial for you.
Come on, son.
That boy Roman gonna see that list and he gonna see and say, yeah, let me go against Moxley, Jericho, MJF.
That's about it.
That's a no for me, dog. That's a no.
Think like Roman versus like Wheeler Yuta.
Oh my gosh.
Come on.
Think of Tony Khan thinking Gunther and Darby Allin would be a good match.
I'm saying, shit, he ain't the only booker. I'm pretty sure there's some bullshit like that on the indies. But
oh yeah, for real.
I just thought that was like really puzzling. Like, you know, a lot of stuff happened this weekend, but I just found that like a lot of those reports and stuff like that, I just thought it was like so bizarre how like to me it felt like delusion. You've like for real, like it felt like delusion because if I was talking dirty about you publicly, you know, for either shits and giggles, you don't know if I'm doing it for fun. Like you don't know my motives behind saying I don't really fuck with you like that, or you know, don't be coming around these parts. And then I turn around and I'd be like, damn, why Quan not fucking with me? Does that not sound crazy, bro?
Yeah, it sounds absolutely crazy.
Like I really don't understand other people siding with this fact that, or like, you know, kind of just disregarding that and to be like, no, man, I really do think that show would be really fun. Still to this day, the only joint show I feel like that will truly tear the, you know, beneficial for the wrestling business or tear some shit down is WWE with New Japan or WWE with Noah.
Yeah.
Why Noah?
Because they still got Marufuji over there.
Wait, Noah. Give me Marufuji and Cena with slap.
You feel me? Come on now.
You feel me?
You feel me? That's a real bar burner. You feel me? What is it?
Money maker.
Are you wearing the A-Show t-shirt?
Goldberg. Oh yeah.
Are you wearing the A-Show? Oh man, shout out to everybody who got the t-shirt, by the way. I know a little off topic. I just saw what Cyrus was wearing. But shout out to everybody who got the A-Show t-shirts. I love everybody posting on the timeline. It's awesome. Great shirts. I just want to put that out there. But yeah.
That's the type of shit I want to see. And then also just mentioning the shirt. I had a public tour at work. So I wanted to flex the shirt. And one of the people on the Zoom, one of the people recognized my my WWE wristband that I normally wear that I got from Mania, and they pointed it out, and then they was loving it. They was fucking with it.
Don't you love that when you can connect with somebody off of wrestling? Yeah, you get a whole bunch of stuff to talk about off the rip. You know what I mean? Right. You get it's like great conversation starter.
Mm-hmm. They want a statue of The Rock in the museum. And I think they actually might get that at some point in time.
That'd be hard.
Wax museums and shit. But enough of that. We're gonna get into the bulk of a lot of our conversation is the AEW media scrum. And I want to ask you, gentlemen, did you watch it in full? Because I absolutely did not, and I didn't have the means to. I was with family during for the weekend.
So I didn't watch it till last night. I watched only Punk's part. I didn't watch anything after that. Only Punk's part. I just thought it would like seeing the quotes and stuff on the timeline. Was like, oh, this dude's wilding, but like actually watching it and like the whole thing in sequence was crazy. Because not only was he doing those, first of all, it was off the rip. As soon as he sat down, first my man just won the world championship at AEW, one of AEW's biggest pay-per-views in the world. The first
blood not even dry.
First thing on that man's mind was, hey yo, fuck Colt Cabana, fuck Kenny Omega, fuck the Elite, and fuck Hangman Page. Adam Cole's cool. But like that's how it went. That's literally how the whole thing went, right? But like even when you Colt Cabana's mom, but like it was funny because just like you could even tell like Tony Khan was trying to pivot, CM Punk just cuts him off. Like, hold on, let me finish this. Like he wanted to get this shit off. Even like the reporters were kind of like trying to pivot to other stuff, and Punk was still going at it. I was like, this guy is upset. He is very crouchy. He's killing the vibes. But man, it gave us hours and hours of content, and you know, it was something.
Shit, it was the whole goddamn A show this week. I was hoping they would talk about Clash. I look at the timestamp. The little ball is on the right side of my shit already. I'm like, goddamn.
It's on the bottom third of the show.
Yeah, shit only said 2 minutes left. I was just like, well, goddamn.
Sid, did you watch it?
No, so what happened was I got home just in time for the main event, and I was laying on my bed and I was watching it, and the next thing you know, the main event was watching me. And so I wake up. Wake up, and I was like, let me check Twitter to see, what happened. And the first video I see is CM Punk going off and calling Colt Cabana broke, and he lived with his mama. And I was like, golly, what did I miss from when Mox gave him the main event? Yeah. How did we get here? And so I haven't watched in full. I just watched clips and kind of read and seen just more clips here and there. And then I saw the Thunder Rosa clip, or what Tony Storm said about Thunder Rosa, which I'm pretty sure we'll get into. But that was just like, whoa, what's going on here? What did I miss? And it was just like, let me see what happened.
Punk had to set the mood, and he certainly did it. He set the mood for the week.
Yeah, very, very much.
Definitely that. I didn't watch in full. I basically just saw clips as they as they came on the TL. I'll say this, man. He sure as hell set the tone. He said, if you want smoke, bring it to me. And then they absolutely did. Now we could get into the next portion of it. We could get to the Brawl for All portion of this.
This is the everything funny. This is everything's funny territory. By this point, everything is funny.
It's
what point did we get word that they fought during the media scrum? Like, I'm confused when that happened.
We knew by that night something happened. I think later on that night, there was a fight.
They said
I did feel like
right after.
Mm-hmm. I felt like it was like 1 or 2 a.m. when we got word, and then and I just thought it was very funny because I just saw the clip where Jericho is whispering in Tony Khan's ears like, some shit happened. I'll talk to you later. I was just like, come on, son. and you telling me Tony Khan wasn't hitting the Vince run? He's just like, get that son of a bitch. Get that son of a bitch. Like, come on, son. You just finished the media scrum out. Motherfuckers beating and brawling. Come on, everybody was kung fu fighting, bro.
I saw people post the meme of like the Secret Service telling George Bush about 9/11 because it was literally that. Because if you're Tony Khan, you can't react like out of, you can't just panic out of nowhere and run to the back. You gotta stay poised in the midst of the public.
Oh,
but
that boy was not poised. CM Punk killed that poise, bro. That clip. Oh, go ahead, Sid.
I really wish there was somebody that in the presser who saw it and then walked in the room and was just like, yeah, excuse me, Tony Khan. Nick Jackson getting his ass beat back outside right now.
Your thoughts, comments?
Comments, how you feel? What does this mean for the Young Bucks?
I don't think we should probably preface this about what's going on. People who don't know, I don't know how you don't know at this point if you're listening to this show. Mm-hmm. But for anybody who doesn't know, CM Punk goes off on the EVPs. Colt Cabana and Hangman Page. Hangman Page was already long gone out the building by then. Colt Cabana has not been in the building in about 6 months. So really, it was just the EVPs of Kenny and the Bucks. Like Cyrus said, Punk called out Kenny and the Bucks and said, "Hey, if y'all got a problem with it, y'all know where I'm at. Come see me." And then Kenny and the Bucks allegedly kicked the door down. I like to imagine that they super kicked the door. They kicked the door down.
Five slapping off.
They counted down and everything. And then they kicked down the door, allegedly. and then Punk saw what the smoke was. It 3 of y'all, and it swung immediately. According to story, passerbyers, they said that Punk threw the first punch, which is understandable because the 3 niggas is running up on me. You might as well. You know what I mean?
Somebody got to get knocked out. And somebody did.
You know what I mean? Got at least attempt to knock out. CM Punk's right-hand man, Ace Steel, dropped CM Punk's dog off to his wife so he could join the fracas, and then allegedly hit Nick Jackson with a chair. not in like a kayfabe sense or like a wrestling sense, like literally just hit him with a chair. Allegedly bit Kenny Omega. Where he bit Kenny Omega, I do not know. Had not been confirmed. But
that's what makes it funny.
But yeah, that's and then eventually the fight got broken up, and there were still words after the fracas, but that's all we know. And it was all going on allegedly for 6 minutes, which is a long time. A long time to be fighting.
A 6-minute brawl, bruh.
That's crazy.
I know them boys can't work. You remember last week I said it last week, bro. Them boys don't look like they know how to fight for real.
For the Bucks, absolutely not.
I know the part about Ace Steel giving the dog to AJ, and then to bite somebody when you just gave a dog up is hilarious. you just decided I'm gonna use the dog instead of how to use the dog. Like sick him.
That last Maltese he got. Man, I would have punted that little thing. But yeah, that's what happened. And it's just wild to think your EVPs and your world champion are in a fist fight backstage. I mean, look, I understand it's a wrestling business.
and you in the front camera down in a bottle of gin, gagging. That boy a freak. What? Dog, that video of Tony Khan is seriously some of my favorite shit ever. Oh my god! When he regurgit, like when he just like when his shoulders come up when he drinking like that video. I said, yo, this a exactly freak.
Like that video of David Stern. There's a video of David Stern doing
oh, when he's choking, he looked at the water like this.
That boy look. That boy, dog. I gotta watch it right now. Cool. Can you continue, bro?
Well, anyway, while Cyrus is watching a grown man choke on some water,
that ain't no water. That ain't no water.
Some S Pellegrino. So yeah, as that happened, news gets out that they're, what the repercussions are going to be. We heard word early, Monday that there's a chance that somebody could get fired or, at least minimum suspensions. I felt like at minimum, some people had to get suspended. You can't just, I know this is the wrestling business and it's supposed to be rough and tough and all this stuff, but you can't do that in 2022. You're world champion and your EVPs can't be having a brawl in the backstage. Someone has to get suspended. If you suspend Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara for, him getting, mush in the face.
Pie face. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, there have to be some repercussions for all parties involved, and I will commend Tony Khan for at least doing that, suspending everybody. We don't know how long the suspensions are. They never really even officially announced the suspensions. We're just going off of the dirt sheets kind of word,
dirt sheets and our hashtag sources.
Yeah, and proof on the show. I mean, the Elite North, CM Punk were on the intro. They were never mentioned at all by name at all. I mean, even MJF didn't even reference them really, which is that's MJF's thing to talk about backstage that he didn't even rest. I mean, there's rumors that there's legal action could be taken. So I get it why he didn't want to really talk about it.
A little open case.
I understand. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. We've heard rumors about, so far EVPs and Michael Nakazawa, Brandon Cutler and all them, we know for sure they're suspended. It's been reported already. As far as CM Punk and Ace Steel go, we're not so clear on it. We've heard things, we've been told things.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
When these reports was coming out, Monday, Tuesday, we've been privy to a lot of things, sources, rumors, people keeping us in the loop and stuff like that. I really thought it is goddamn 11 p.m. I thought by now
we would know.
It would be open news and then we could talk about it freely.
Yeah.
Because the fact that, a lot of this is still being hush-hush, this is embarrassing for the wrestling. Like these boys is keeping that shit close to the chest until Tony Khan give them the fucking word. You and I, we knew Punk was not showing up on that show Monday morning. Those titles, yeah. We knew those titles was being vacated. People was getting suspended. People was getting fired. We knew where we said if there was where there's smoke, there's fire. The whole goddamn house is burned in half. And motherfuckers not saying anything.
They're saying things, but they're not getting to it. What we know that they know, they're not getting to it.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't want to say too much. You know, because could still possibly be wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
But at least we could preface or preface it with this is what we heard. It's a rumor. Niggas are getting suspended. Niggas are getting Punk gone. A Steel gone.
Yeah,
not returning, not coming back.
For what it seems like, I don't know if they'd want to come back. I don't know if I'd want to come back. If I'm getting a fight for the EVPs?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to brag. I know a lot of people kind of shit on this status at the workplace, but I'm a manager. All right. You fight with me, you're not coming back. Like we come to blows, 6-minute fights.
If I get bit,
either one of us is like one of us is going to jail.
Well, you throw a chair at me, you gotta get.
And I saw it. You feel me? Like,
yeah, right.
Because you clearly taking it to weapons, we gonna take it there.
Yeah, we want to take it there. We gotta take it there.
I just feel like this is like insane. And I saw some people just being like, it's the wrestling business. Kind of is what it is, And I was just like, ain't no fucking way,
this ain't
bro.
it. This is not
Scrap with your boss today.
Yeah.
And think you could how do people think that wrestling just is above everything? I know it's some carny shit, but like for real. I saw some people referencing, Bret Hart beat up Vince. Bret Hart wasn't on that show next week.
Right. He already
Bret Hart was gone.
Bret
that was his last day.
Yeah.
That boy hit the WCW, bink, 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 and that was in Georgia.
Right.
Also, let it be clear. I want to be clear on this. I know that both sides of the party are at fault for how they were acting. However, I want to make it very clear: this wouldn't have happened if Punk didn't invite it. This exact situation, the fight. This is all Punk. I'm sorry. This is all Punk. If you if you talk shit on a live presser and then say, "Come see me afterwards," you're clearly looking for a fight. There's no way. There's no other way you can put that beside. This is Punk is 100% at fault for this fight starting.
Who's saying Punk is in the right?
I'm just saying. I know people were like, "Well," I've heard people say, "Well, Punk had a point at the press conference. Even if he had a point, he still invited them to a fight." You know what I mean?
You want smoke, you get smoke.
Yeah, exactly. You can't ask for it.
My thing is that a lot of the people saying these sort of things, if they boss did them wrong today, right now, they not taking it to weapons. They clocking in. They going straight back to work. Because guess what? Motherfuckers got a livelihood to live. Like I would say I would blame the elite for, the elite and Tony Khan for being at that level that they are for poor leadership. Mm-hmm. to fucking start. Actually taking it to him. Like, I get it. He called you out, but you an EVP, dog.
Yeah.
You just gonna have to let him call you a pussy and let that shit go.
But I mean, they might have, but like I said, if it's based off what we heard that Punk
no.
You don't even go in there.
Yes, exactly. Them going in there, absolutely in the wrong.
Then getting knocked out.
Yeah, then you get hold. And then you get hold.
If you would have won, we would be like, all right, cool. Maybe
we gonna have a talent meeting and who I'm listening to. What? Are you serious?
The Usos could never.
Like, come on, man. I think is that definitely poor leadership on that point, letting it kind of boil, or letting this thing sort of boil over. It's clearly affecting the roster where AEW, nobody likes each other over there right now.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's taking sides.
And if you don't have a problem with anybody, you're just like, damn, I wish everybody would just get a fucking law. Like, I just want to work and I just want to work. I just want to do my thing. I'm not trying to get into backstage politics. None of this shit.
You know what's crazy? That's probably the worst part about it. I really feel bad for the workers who are just there to do their job, because they put on a pay-per-view I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the best pay-per-view they ever had. I think it's actually one of their weaker ones, but it was still, people put in a good job, and now no one's talked. We're 40 minutes in. We haven't said a word about the pay-per-view yet. You know what I mean? Because like all this took away from it. If I was the workers there, I'd be pissed. Like if I was, I want to say if I was MJF, I'd be pissed, but he did the same thing, so I can't even say MJF. But other workers, I would be kind of pissed. If like, yo, you're taking from my shine.
It was like J5 said, there were 3 pay-per-views, and by Monday, you only cared about one. Like, you completely forgot about Clash. You completely forgot about Worlds Collide. It was like, this is what AEW wanted. It probably wasn't the way they wanted it, but it's just like.
I'll say this. On the wrestling front, I'm not thinking about AEW.
Oh, of course not. I thought this was their worst all-out out of the.
I definitely think absolutely. I think it's cool, or like, you could look at it as a win that, in the wrestling world, or, kind of just basically on the internet, that nobody's really talking about Cardiff. Nobody's really talking about Worlds Collide or whatever. But WWE had that city shut the fuck down, yo. Y'all could talk about the backstage drama, none of the wrestling that happened that night. You could talk about the fight all, like a lot of motherfuckers did for all these days. That does not affect anything that WWE has done.
It's like
it's doing way more damage to AEW.
We're the most talked about company right now, but at what cost? We don't have a world champion. Our newest title champions, trios title champions are gone too now. We just probably about to lose a former women's champion. It's a mess right now.
You know what it is too? It's like, you're being talked about, but it's not because of the content you're putting out. It's because of some other bullshit, which has been, kind of often the only time AEW really gets kind of any kind of big press like this is when it's some backstage bullshit. And then they kind of compound it on their show with, these work shoot promos, and let's keep it a stack. I think I talked about this when they, with MJF for the longest time about them work shoot promos are a slippery slope. We know wrestlers are sensitive people. You can only keep talking shit on mics about, like quote unquote real life shit on the mic so somebody gets their feelings hurt, especially a guy like CM Punk, who we know is very sensitive about his image and who he is, as a person. So this was only a matter of time. Eddie Kingston, same thing. Like, it's only going to get worse. I guarantee you at some point, one of them women wrestlers probably want to hit Britt.
Smoke that hole right now.
They probably want to knock her out.
Yeah, she just asked for her release. She said, damn, I can't get to her.
I want to leave.
I'm out of here. But it's like what y'all used to always say. I remember like when like y'all were saying at one point with AEW, it's just like there's no way it could be that much happy-go-lucky. Like there'll be weeks of just no reporting about anything going on. And y'all were like one of the first people like, there's no way it could be just all perfect back there. And all it needed was one person to spark.
Yeah, it was just like, so like all the garbage was under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became the fucking doo-doo diaper pile from SpongeBob where a motherfucker had the forklift trying to scoop it up into the garbage truck. Like, come on, guys. Like, if you have a job, damn well, like, this shit is not all, happy and rainbows. Like, you gonna get that one motherfucker that just isn't really happy to be there because he has to go to work.
Right. In the end,
like it'll be the little shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker got to go to lunch at 1 when he really likes to take it at 2.
I hate that. It's the worst.
Like, come on, son. Like, motherfuckers was reporting it as if like shit like that didn't bother motherfuckers.
Yeah. Even
but like it's the real world. Now we already talked about the titles being vacated. Report came out saying CM Punk got the afternoon Zoom call, and then I think sadly or just very cowardly Tony Khan just said, yeah, we're going to vacate it. And this is what we're doing with the titles, not mentioning anything that, and I'm thinking, why the fuck these journalists kept that shit so close to their chest?
For real.
I only gotta assume it's because of the legal reasons. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. Because I feel like,
you know what, you're probably
at this point the gloves are off. The journalists, like, they have no choice but to speak on this. Like, it's the biggest news story in wrestling. I don't think they would hold this back.
I think Tony Khan not saying anything about it because it's an open case. I believe that.
Yeah, I can see that. That's
but a lot of these motherfuckers that are far removed from this.
Yeah.
Where your voice go?
I just thought it was really funny. They like straight up just like Chris Benoit them out the show. Like, they were not just not a peep about any of them. They didn't explain why Punk wasn't there. They could at least said he was injured because allegedly he got injured at the show. So they could.
He was about to have to vacate it, or he was about to have another interim.
Yeah,
champ.
Vacate regardless.
Yeah, we got the vacate regardless. So they came even with that route. They chose not to even mention Punk's name. So shows what's going on with that. Hopefully we'll probably know by tomorrow after this is recorded, but that's how it goes. But yeah, man, that was the media scrum, the scuffle, the media scuffle, and the aftermath of it, it was a wild weekend, man. It was a wild weekend.
It was some great memes.
Oh, the content, hilarious. Oh, absolutely.
Hey, man,
I loved it. This is what I live
5
for.
stars, 5 stars for Twitter, for the content that they provided. Some people not so much, but they rightfully got packed out. But we could finally, honestly, for me, I'm throwing this over the shoulder. You feel me? I'm moving on.
Let's do it.
I'm over it now. We spoke on it. I don't have to think about this shit no more.
I just can't believe they gave this man tied for the most title reign, and he had the shortest reign combined in AEW history.
I believe he had 6 days.
He was never been a week. He didn't even make a week as a champion. 2 title reigns.
Hey, man. CM Punk, not my GOAT.
Quan, where the flat screen at?
Oh, we gotta hang it up.
Hang it up.
Hang it up.
Hang it up. You know what it is.
All right. Now, we dedicated a lot of time to that, but for our Patreon segment, we're going to be talking a little bit about Clash at the Castle. And if you want to hear us talk about that, please go over to www.patreon.com/The A Show RNC. Put that $5 down and you can hear everything that we have to say about the matter. And if you're not a sub, I'm so sorry. You're just going to be fast forward into our Worlds Collide talk. And then, the rest of the show will go on there. But let's get into it, fellas. Okay, we're back for Worlds Collide. Where Quan go? Where my man's at? He was supposed to have the card. But overall thoughts on Worlds Collide. I wish we had the time to really go like card by card, but the fucking CM Punk talk is definitely gonna be the bulk of this goddamn show. But what's your initial thoughts on overall thoughts on Worlds Collide?
I thought it was a great show. Like I said, I think I had to watch it the day after. But it was just, I think it was all you could ask for. I thought the opening match, fire. Tag match I enjoyed, and the main event was great. And then the women's title match was great too. I think it was just all in all a great show. And I don't know who's going where now with the UK people, who's staying, who's leaving, but I think it was good for most of them to get that rub, just to get the fans who may not have seen them and get to learn and experience them. So that was just cool.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people on the timeline saying, "Oh, I haven't seen a lot of Tyler Bate, and he's really impressive." So I think that's good. I think Tyler Bate sticks around for a little while. I think Blair sticks around for a little while. I think Gallows sticks around for a little while. As far as
they ain't got nowhere to go.
Right. I mean, they can go back. They can go back home.
What home?
Nigga in the UK where they live. What you talking about?
NXT UK ain't there no more, baby. That house foreclosed,
they
baby.
can work. They can work ICW or whatever the fuck that company is. Or
they seen how
Progress.
Gunther look. They seen how Gunther living the life in the US. They're like, I kind of want to see what that's here for.
They might be. They might be out
I
there.
don't blame them.
I got the card on me. Sorry, I had to go attend to something real quick. But yeah, man. Opening Ricochet versus Carmelo Hayes. Heck of a match. There wasn't much heat to it. I mean, they booked the match literally days before the show. But for a match with no heat, really good match. A lot of fun. A lot of fun spots. I would say this is probably the best Carmelo match I've seen. And it's the best Ricochet match I've seen in a long time too. So low key, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Low key on the real low key. Ricochet in the last like 2 months, been pretty good. The matches he had with Corbin were pretty good.
Why that had to be low key?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I feel like people aren't really talking about it like they should be. But Ricochet's been kind of cooking lately. He looked good out there. But this was a good match. Are you shocked by the result? Were you expecting maybe Ricochet to win that?
Shit, he should have won.
I think he should have won, dude. Low key, I think he should have won too.
I think. Oh, go ahead, Sid.
I think, like you said, it wasn't much of a build-up. I think the build-up was simple. Like Ricochet said, I'm going to give you your best match that people can remember. And it was definitely a match that folks can remember. I think Melo
right.
Yeah, I think Melo pulled out some high flyer stuff. I don't think he's got to use as much with other competitors that kind of worked to his benefit in the match and, add for some more compelling things they could do. Oh, no. I was fine with Melo winning it. It looks like they're on track to do it one more time. So you never know. Ricochet might end up being back on the brand. So.
That'd be interesting. I'm not mad at it. Now that you mentioned that, Sid, I am interested in kind of like what Carmelo's babyface kind of offense is. I mean, when he first came in, he was a babyface, but like now that he's a little bit more experienced, I kind of want to see what his babyface offense would look like. But next matchup. Oh, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Oh, wait, I didn't even get to say my thoughts.
Oh, my fault, man. My fault.
Niggas about to run me.
My fault. My bad.
Match is good. Ricochet being good should definitely not be something low key for real. My thoughts on this match is kind of just like the similar thoughts that you have on the Roman Drew match. I needed a definitive win from Carmelo Hayes. That like Roman, not being sly, slick, and shady. That's cool and all, but Carmelo is definitely like one of these dudes that I need a definitive win from. I'm losing faith in my brother.
Wow, really?
I really
after that match.
I'm losing. I still feel the same. Before when we was doing predictions for Worlds Collide, and I think even like the week before that, where I was just like, to me, like this is it's kind of running stale. Like I needed something new from every champion on the brand. I needed something different from all of them. This is not a Melo exclusive. I needed something from all of them. I got what I wanted from Mandy. Good matches. That's all I needed from her. Because I think the character stuff is really great. Just needed the matches to really put that together. With Carmelo Hayes, I'm kind of getting tired of I'm kind of getting bored with the character, and I'm getting very bored with the matches ending very formulaic in his way. And I'm tired of Braun as well, but at least the motherfucker wins definitively.
Right.
Yeah, there's no debating once Braun wins a match. Is he won it very clear as day.
I know it's hard to like have two, both these males champions to be like super definitive winners, but at least with Carmelo, you could, muddy the waters a little bit. You feel me? Like, damn, have them cheat in different ways, maybe. Have a definitive win sometimes, maybe not. But to me, man, this match was really good though. I don't think is this feud with Corbin over? Because if it is, I feel like you really could like took that for real.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Corbin. Look, they're doing the Corbin. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's about to turn into like JBL or something. I don't know what's.
Yeah, he did drive off with he drove off with JBL on SmackDown a couple weeks ago, and then we haven't really seen him since. So
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
we
I
haven't
didn't,
really
I didn't
seen
watch last week.
yeah, so that's where we're kind of at with this. So we don't really know what's going on with Baron Corbin. It seems like a gimmick change, which is fine by me. I think we're due for one.
Mhm.
But yeah, next match on the card, unifying the NXT Tag Team and NXT UK Tag Team Championship. We had Pretty Deadly defeating Gallus, Josh Briggs, and Brooks Jensen, and the Creed brothers. It was really a fun match, a very chaotic, four-way tag elimination style. The finish comes in when Damon Kemp decided he wanted to turn on the Creed brothers, hit him with the chair, and then get Pretty Deadly the win over the Creed brothers as they are the final two teams. So your standard kind of multi-tag team match. I couldn't really tell you anything that happened in it. I remember Brutus doing the big Brutus ball. I think it was like a Doomsday Device Brutus ball,
which was a lot better.
It looks a lot better,
so much better,
way better than whatever. But it looks safer too. I don't remember much of Briggs and Jensen doing. I remember they got eliminated first. I don't really remember any Gallus spots. I mostly remember Creed Brothers spots out of anything, which is generally how it is with these kind of matches. I think they were the stars of the match, and I think Pretty Deadly were fine winners. I think that first run they had was kind of like it wasn't supposed to be, but they had to find a means to get it off of MSK after the Nash Carter thing. I think this type of run they're going to have now is going to be much more definitive. And I also like the addition of Lash Legend with them. I think that's a good addition. It's good for Lash and it's good for them. Adds another dynamic to their gimmick, and Lash just needed something to do. So all around, I think this was the right result for this match. Go ahead, Sid.
My spot of the night was with who was it? Julius. Julius, when he had the straps off, put him back on.
Put the bad boy back on. Take him back.
Let's go.
That's
I was like, that's how you do it right there. He bowed it.
That boy was mashing the taunt animation, and the game said, "Oh, okay, let's put him back on." I didn't see when he put the straps back on, so I thought it was funny when he came back into the frame and the straps were on again. Had me going, wait, what?
That's hard.
But no, I thought the match was really cool, man. I guess the right winners won. I thought that the Damian Kemp turn. I don't know if this was in the plan too much, but they definitely had to call the audible. They were after Roddy got fucking goddamn.
Is that the worst NXT parking lot beating? That has to be the worst one they've ever.
Hey, man.
He got ran over.
And you know what's crazy? Roddy has been part of a lot of beatings in NXT, so karma done got back to him.
Even Legato's wasn't that bad.
I'm saying
that boy was bloodied and like
that boy was
glazed
over, bro. But I believe Roderick Strong is going to be going through neck surgery, or is that was him and Kyle are going through some surgery, right?
Is Roddy out for neck surgery?
No, I think he's out for his surgery.
Oh, they wrote him off?
I
didn't know that.
He's like done for real.
Wow, I didn't know that. I know the story. I didn't know that was actually like he's writing him off. Oh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. Wow, so Dynamite might be dead. That might be the end of Dynamite.
For what? All Roddy did was bitch and moan.
I'm just saying, but that was it. That was the ending. I don't know.
Dynamite is forever.
It's forever.
Are you kidding me?
This is true. Dynamite is forever.
What's up with y'all, man? Y'all know what it is, man.
Anyway, Blair Davenport versus Mandy Rose versus Meiko Satomura, and the computer generated match of the year. And
I'm the booker.
who the fuck booked this match? This is the most random crap. This is the most random assortment of women I've ever seen in a wrestling match in my life. Pretty good match. I thought Mandy really held her. I thought Mandy was gonna be a step behind these these two women, but
hater.
She held her own. I was like, okay. I think Meiko will make anybody look good.
Was it a doubt in my mind, baby?
Oh my god,
toxic.
I think Meiko is fantastic. We're gonna talk about her when we talk about NXT, but man, It was a fun match. It was a fun match. I wasn't expecting Mako to win. I honestly thought Blair was going to win, but they chose Mandy, so we're still running this. I don't know where we go from here. I really don't know where we go from here with Mandy. She's on vacation. That's what we know. That's what we know so far.
What is it? When Thanos done killed half the galaxy, now we relax or whatever the fuck he said.
I genuinely don't know who else Mandy has left to wrestle at this point besides Roxanne. And I don't know they want to do that yet. So I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Booker, man, what are we doing, Cyrus?
I sit back and relax, bitch. That's what I do. You know, hey, man, I'm a really nice dude, right? But I'm a sick motherfucker. I love saying I told you so.
Oh, my God.
Top 5 feelings.
You do. Sid, do you have any thoughts on this, man?
NXT forever toxic, bro. That's all you can say at this point. It's forever.
Please.
Dynamite forever toxic. That's all we can get at this point.
Come on, man. They are the attraction. You're not watching the show if they're not on.
I'm watching Mako. What are you talking about?
The final boss being fire.
The final boss. Why is she not in 2K?
We done beat the game. Beat the game.
Why Mako not in 2K?
She ain't signed. Well, what is it? She ain't signed the papers for it.
She bugging.
She can't admit. No.
She was around. No, don't do that. She's been around for a minute. Dewdrop and Nikki Ash. Finally a winner, Nikki Ash versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. For the Unified Tag Team Championship. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention to this match. This was I wasn't interested. I gotta be honest. I knew we were gonna win. There's nothing in my mind thought Dewdrop and Nikki Ash were winning that match.
Exactly. So. There was not a thought in my mind. I like, you know, no disrespect to them ladies, man, but that was a hard act to follow. You feel me?
Yeah.
And no, they wasn't really gonna put it together. I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna care about that for real.
Sid, did you have any thoughts on this match?
I was just wanting to see what flippy stuff Katana Chance is going to do. That was about it. That's all that.
Did she do anything that impressed you? Because
I don't remember anything about this. I couldn't tell you anything about this match.
Besides their usual finish, it was just a basic tag match with toxic attraction. Just
they didn't interfere in the end. That's right. I forgot about that.
They needed something to do, and I thought it was cool. I felt like maybe y'all could have brought some women over from NXT UK that probably hasn't shown up on the show yet, and then just made.
They all got fired. They're all gone.
Not all of them.
Only one left is Isla Dawn, who I think was on NXT this week. Actually, I think she was the girl hugging the Diad. But
okay, well,
but besides that,
you know, maybe they could have got Isla Dawn and
Ooh. What's that?
Shit. I don't know.
NXT Unification World Championship title match. We have Braun Breaker defeating Tyler Bate for the clean sweep of NXT UK. Death to NXT UK. It's over.
Hey, hold on, man. Why is niggas sad about this, man?
People were sad. They just want to be performative. Like, oh, they couldn't give NXT UK a win. Even though y'all been clouding NXT UK for the last 2 years about how terrible it is.
Y'all been saying they total viewership is 86 people, bro. Come on now. NXT, what is it? You know, NXT UK niggas is gonna win and then celebrate where? Where they taking that trophy back to?
They're taking the belt to. They got nowhere to go.
Come on, man. I get it. Y'all niggas like Tyler Bate, but he was an audible, man.
He was the audible. But speaking of that, regardless, this is Braun Breaker's best match of all time of his career so far. This match was a fucking banger. I gave it a 4.5.
If anybody could work, is that young Bate fellow.
I'll tell you this
mustache
much.
man.
A lot of those UK guys, they don't have bad matches. There's a list of guys in UK that don't have bad. A-Kid doesn't have bad matches. Tyler Bate doesn't have bad matches. Dragunov doesn't have bad matches. Gunther doesn't have bad matches. None of those four guys. Not a bad niggas catalog. Mako don't have a bad match. Zero straight quality. Mako had a bad match?
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, it wasn't. I thought You said Mako didn't have a bad match, and my first match was just like, I don't know, man. That match with Ginny was probably really shitty, but it was the match that she had with Kaylee Ray that I thought was dog shit.
Who,
That
Mako
match
or
was really
Jenny?
bad. No, Ginny had a match with
Kaylee.
With Kaylee Ray.
I don't even remember it.
I was the production in that match was terrible. They gave that girl all the time on TV. They finally give her the title match, and they made that shit seem transitional as fuck. Like they was just trying to get it out the way. I was watching that shit in the Walmart. Match was over before I got to enter the aisle, nigga. It's crazy.
But yeah, that was the match. I thought this was a really good match. Honestly, there was no really bad match. I guess though, like if you were to pick a quote unquote bad match out of this whole show, it would do dropping Nikki against Katana and Katie Garden. That wasn't even a bad match. It was just standard. It was just kind of like a match.
Lackluster, just
once again, another match that didn't really have any heat to it. It kind of got booked literally like the 3 days before. So I mean, it's fine. But besides that, yeah, this show for the booking that it had, which was very brief, it came up pretty quick. It was like literally 2 weeks of like storylines being pushed through. I thought the show was enjoyable. It was probably the out of the 3 shows, it'll probably be like the least memorable, like out of everything that happened over the weekend. But it was a good show. It was a good little appetizer into the All Out.
With a show with a 2-week build, absolutely tore the house down.
I agree.
Some motherfuckers will have 4 to 6 months to a pay-per-view and not have shit to show for it. But couldn't be the company that I fuck with. You feel me? No, it couldn't be the company I keep. But going into NXT, man, just some things that we wanted to talk about. Meiko Satomura defeats Roxanne Perez, and boy, Roxanne Perez brought it.
Banger. That shit was. I don't know if she was acting. I think she might have been acting a little bit, but she looked nervous. Like she was like doing real heavy breaths when Meiko was coming out. Like I'm sure
that's a performer right there.
I'm sure this match meant a lot to her. I know she's a big wrestling nerd. She follows all that stuff. Meiko is probably a hero and a legend to a lot of the women in the back. So to get that match in the match that got that kind of time, because they got a lot of time. I think it had to be like
so much time. Boy, that was a pay-per-view match, baby.
Well over 15, at least minimum 15. It was a really good match. And I think I can't express enough. I think Meiko, there's very few wrestlers, male or female, who move like as smooth as she does in the ring. It makes it look so effortless. It's like her, Randy Orton, maybe like RVD. Like there's a couple, like it's not a lot of people who could move that smooth in the ring. And everything that looks like it has purpose. There's no wasted motion. She's just so good at wrestling. She's like such a ring general. Like at no point did you ever think like Roxanne was in control of the match. It was always Meiko was in control of the match, the whole match. And that's how you define a boss. There's nothing. I have so many just great things to say about Meiko, but that match was just fantastic. I loved it.
Sid?
I think Meiko would easily be one of the most like I think if she was to go to the main roster, she'd get over quickly. She has the in-ring talent. I think just her historic, just her being like her name as a women's wrestler, and then with a nickname like the Final Boss. Like for me, it didn't take many matches to see her and be like, oh no. Once I saw how she hit them kicks,
yeah, you saw what it was.
I said, yeah, this nickname, she's one of them ones. So it's
I got something for y'all. I saw a lot of people on the timeline saying they want to see Sasha Meiko. I want to see Charlotte. Meiko. I think that's the better matchup.
I don't want to see the person that shows up to work versus Meiko.
Don't do that. We're not doing that. We're in a new era. We're not going to do that. Be nice.
How about we get some motherfucker? what Juicy said. How about we get some motherfuckers that come to work in here? You feel me? Saying kind of to echo y'all thoughts, man. I definitely think that Meiko Satomura is like one of the best technical in-ring workers, and to see somebody as crisp and fluid in motion as she is, it still blows my mind. It puzzles me to this day that nobody is trying to work like Meiko Satomura.
They can't. I don't think you can.
At least try to get there, motherfucker. Goddamn.
I think that takes years, decades of experience, I think, to get to that point.
I definitely think her being in the U.S. now, I think she's definitely probably gonna be like that part coach, part wrestler in the PC for sure.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure
If she's sticking around, yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna be helping them a lot now that she's on the stateside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think having wrestlers like Mako Satomura, people like Randy, still to this day, I'm surprised. Like I know Quan always says because they can't do it, but niggas not trying to steal the playbook word for word from RVD kills me.
They can't do it. They don't have that capabilities.
Like, come on, bruh.
Them
Like
boys can't.
you motherfucker, I at least try, my nigga. God.
Also, for what it's worth, I've heard a lot of wrestlers don't like wrestling against RVD because he works stiff as fuck. So I would understand why people would want to work with the RVD style. People off.
How the fuck you supposed to pull back on the Van Daminator, nigga?
I don't know. That's why people don't want. That's why people ain't like wrestling them.
That coast to
motherfucker do a leg drop with the chair. You say, "Hey man, can you do that a little bit softer?" Come on now.
Can you calm down, please?
Nigga dropping all his body weight with a steel chair attached. Niggas going,
like, what do you expect?
Come on, man.
That's why I want to wrestle.
Next match. We got Ricochet versus Trick Williams. Boy, I said, please wrap this up, man.
Look at you, man. Give Trick a chance, man.
We gave him enough chances. Did you see anything? Did y'all see anything in this match? Because
he did a really good spin kick. I saw the spin kick. Looked nice.
That's all he has.
Hey, it looks good. You gotta start somewhere.
He gotta have something. Hey, he gotta have something.
All Tess had was a big boot. Look how far that got him.
Whoa. That's awesome.
He had the pump handle slam too. He had that fire pump handle slam. I ain't gonna lie to you. But besides that,
mean elbow drop. Let's not play Tess. Okay.
But besides that, I mean, look, you only need a couple moves. Once he gets the real psychology down, you only need about 4 or 5 moves. Keep it stacked. When you that tall,
they just need to choose his gimmick. Is he still?
When does he get there, man?
I don't know. He's only been wrestling for a year.
I'm like, God damn.
I think we got to remember sometimes some of these people have only been wrestling for a year. Not everybody can catch it as fast.
Hey, man. That's cool. I understand this is developmental, but to me, this nigga's been at 5% for 3 months.
5%. Damn. You get a little higher than that.
In ring wise, I wish he was.
I like the rounds match. I'm sorry. I know you don't like it. I like the rounds match. The rounds.
Rounds.
I gotta look back at his first level up match.
Is he still wrestling on Level Up, man?
I don't watch Level Up. I have no idea.
Okay. I think we're gonna do report cards next week, or kind of really evaluate a lot of these people's progress.
It's been a year. It'll be a year.
Yeah, it's been a year, and I could say that Lash Legend, even though I think with her new Pretty Dead, the new stuff that she's doing with Pretty Deadly, I think that's going to be great stuff. I think Trick Williams is a great talker, but in-ring wise, between both these two, motherfucker, I was expecting Von Wagner to be in last place.
I don't know why. I think Von's great.
Von.
I say when it came together for the boy, it came together, and he started lapping motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's crazy, yeah. But this match, I'm definitely gonna forget this. I think this was a nice little charity work for Ricochet. And then next for the next week, we're basically getting a Taboo Tuesday.
I'm trying to find the card. Do you have it on hand?
I don't get how they didn't name that I know it's the
show Taboo Tuesday.
It should have been Taboo Tuesday.
I think because they're just dubbing it like the anniversary show, like that. Yeah. It'd be called the anniversary subject line Taboo Tuesday.
Taboo Tuesday. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this remind me of remember they did the power to the people Raw. I don't know if you ever seen that. I think that before your time, Cyrus. We did the power for the people.
Definitely was. I see the montage, but I ain't watching that episode.
But yeah, this is like that. I like when they do that. I think they should do this more often. Kind of you choose
It's
let
just
the
going
fans
by.
choose. Even though usually when they do these kind of things, it's usually like
It's rigged anyway.
yeah, it's not even rigged. It's just like they put the one that they'll put like a cage match. And they'll have like other matches to be like some kind of like a standard match and then like some other thing. Obviously, people are gonna pick the cage. And they're gonna give you the answer like the top match everybody wants, and then all the other bullshit. Can you find the card, Cyrus? I couldn't find the card. I'm trying to find it.
I don't think there's a definitive card yet because it is Taboo Tuesday, and then we'll figure out what stuff happens.
But I'm
the
saying
show.
there was options. I just gotta find it. Someone posted in the Discord.
I know it's
what
Pretty Deadly in Creeds.
Yeah, and then we choose a stipulation, and then boy, I am praying to God that it's not a ladder match. I think it doesn't work for that story. If they want to keep, the interference out and they want a definitive win, bring down the cage.
Give me a ladder match, bro.
No, it'll be fired. Why would they do the fight pit? First tag team.
Hey, you know what? Hey, man, I would think
fight
pit is great for every match.
Hey, tag team fight pit is crazy.
Tag team
that sounds insane.
Because imagine if your boy get knocked out. Imagine
you in there by yourself.
Watch. Imagine if Brutus got knocked out and Julius had to,
Brutus really put that shit together. Yeah, he seemed like he got a hard head. Nah, I definitely think that, I think it should be like not even like a steel cage. I definitely think it should be like a Hell in a Cell type situation. Like nobody is getting in.
You put a cell in
close
the
that
PC?
Top. Close that top,
what?
Man.
Can't put that
no convertible.
I know the car somewhere, but it's fine. It's whatever. I can't find it.
And then what is it? I believe Trick is going to have a mystery opponent. That is all that I gathered from the show.
No, it was Mello. I think it says Mello.
Oh yeah, Mello. My fault.
I wasn't Trick that match. I was what they doing over there.
So
it's crazy.
I'm seeing now there's stipulations for the Creeds match. They said there's Tornado, no DQ, and Steel Cage.
You know what they're picking? They're picking Steel Cage.
And then for
ladder match, not even a thought.
So we might.
You
smart niggas.
You brought the hypothetical ladder match up. No one even mentioned the ladder match.
This nigga was just like, "Oh, what's wrong with a ladder match?" Nigga,
I'm saying there's nothing
sense.
wrong
That's
with a
the
ladder
shit
match.
Don't work.
None of these matches make sense. It doesn't. It's a tag match. Who cares? Anyway, doesn't matter.
It's a tag match. Who cares? That's crazy.
Oh, and then the other match is the D'Angelo family versus Cameron Grimes, and then you choose his partner.
You choose his partner. That's right. Who are the options? Do you have the options there or no?
No, but I don't want to trust this one person saying the options because one of the matches for the Mellow match, they saying the options are Wesley, Von Wagner, and Joe Gacy. But I feel like Joe Gacy would be a part of that tag one. So let me see. That would make more of a sense.
I don't know.
They just throwing the dummy vote out there.
How do you even vote? Did they even tell us how to vote?
It's on WWE polls. I'm looking at it right now.
No.
So yeah, it's official. It's Von Wagner, Wesley, Joe Gacy.
Okay. Well,
I'm about to do it right now. I'm gonna vote right now.
All right, y'all put that together. Well, yeah, while we go through these quick hits, man, Axiom defeated Frazier in their best of 3. He's up 1, so we're gonna see what happens for these next set of matches.
Heck of a match.
Ash Drop defeated Toxic Attraction. That's cool.
Nikki Ash.
You and Meals were the only two really invested in it. I did not care.
I had the arc of the meme's over. I had a meme of her just losing every match and she finally won.
Boy, I did not care about her losing record at all. But JD McDonough puts Wesley in the dirt. I definitely think they need to hurry up and get this man another tag partner.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing with Wesley at this point. He's just there. You know what it feels like?
Singles guy.
It feels like they don't want to take him off because they feel bad because of what happened, because it wasn't his fault that he lost his tag partner, but they don't know what to do with him. So they just have him out there doing stuff.
Hey man, when I saw him and Frazier, I said, "That's the nigga right there."
Yeah.
When I saw him, when I saw him in Senga, I was just like, "Yeah, you could do something with that." And they said, "Nah, Senga gonna get to the bitches." I mean, it's my fault. The lovely young ladies,
the Brazilians, as you call them. You ain't see Sega wrestle since. You ain't
The
lying.
Latins.
Latino.
Hey man, they can't. What he doing? They can't air on TV.
Oh, shit. You feel me?
Quincy is going to be debuting next week. I think that's cool that he's going to be debuting on the anniversary episode. I think that's really nice. And our main event, Braun Bates defeated Dallas, and then JD McDonough did a little hip shove to Von Wagner, and he bumped into Tyler Bate.
Yeah. Why did Braun fly out the ring like that?
Yeah,
flew out the ring.
It was the force of JD McDonough's head. Let's not, all that.
Shit shifted to his goddamn hips and sent them niggas
force.
flying. And I was just like, oh well, okay. I going back to JD right now. Not let Bate handle that. I'm not trying to see.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It'll be Bate versus JD, which will probably be a banger. I'm sure they've had matches before on UK. I just don't remember them.
I'm not doubting the matches. When I say a lot of these things, I'm not down the matches. I just don't care about this man's character. I don't care that you circle your T, when you circle your T 16 times before you move to the next spot, man. I don't care. I don't care that you do the Q-tip, you squiggle it a little 6 times and shit. Don't care, bro. Like these are not interesting character traits to me. I think they need to kind of dive more into the really psychotic like features rather than I don't want that OCD.
I want to go back. I want them to go back to the drawing board all the way. Just redo this.
Shit, I would prefer that as well.
Yeah, I'd rather them do like a better job of like the injury thing, like looking at how like certain injuries and being like what moves would kill them with it, something like that.
I ain't like that either. You like that?
I want to feel that. They just had him talk too much, like. Yeah, that was the thing.
He just talked too goddamn much. Yeah, that is.
He was giving us a medical version. Like if you gave us, if he's like, "Bam, this is what's hurting. I'm gonna do this, this, and this to you, and break it."
I think this is quick hits, and this could have been a very simple version of it. You could have just had like camera pans to Braun wearing Breaker wearing a sling, or with like the tape or whatever, and then he just list moves that will really hurt the shoulder. Exactly. And and then a montage of him doing these moves in the match, and that's it. The nigga bringing out the medical doll and then having the Sharpie tap into these points.
Right.
Please stop. Please stop. Have those equations already written on the board. I'm not trying to see it come together live. That's it for NXT. I'm really looking forward to the anniversary show that takes place next week. And now we're going to get into the lengthy all-out overview.
Good grief.
And then AEW. Jesus Christ, man. 16 matches, my brothers. Absolutely insane. All right, man. All out. Man, the hotel Wi-Fi was really struggling for this one. And I think that was God stepping in.
Oh, brother. All right. What are we doing? I guess we can skip 0 hour.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't see it.
There's nothing of note really happened. Action Bronson interfered for Hook to save him from Angelo Parker and the other big-headed guy. Kip Sabian and Pac had a match. I don't remember anything about it. And Ishii and Eddie Kingston had a match that was trying to be Gunther and Sheamus. It wasn't the same, but it was still fine. It was the best match out of the 4 pre-show matches. So we got
the best out of a pre-show match. That's crazy.
The fact that there were 4 pre-show matches blows my mind too.
Little wins.
But after that we get to All Out Casino ladder match. We have Wheeler Yuta, Rey Fenix, Rush, Andrade, Claudio, Dante Martin, Pentagon, and the Joker. This match wasn't very good. I'll be honest. This was not a good ladder match. It was
there hasn't been a good casino ladder match in a very long time.
I don't think there has been a good casino ladder.
Terrible. We didn't know
there was no build up.
Yeah, it was like usually we know the people where there's tournament or matches to the side. It was just like, okay, we're giving y'all this. It was like,
here you go. Here are the guys. It's crazy because the people involved in the match, none of them I thought I really took seriously. as being like, champion contender. So at this point, like I predicted, I said, whoever the Joker is, they're clearly gonna win this match because these guys are all none of these guys.
The field is garbage.
Yeah, this field of guys. Go ahead.
They gave us 3 tag teams and 2
and then Dante
Martin.
Yeah, man. So the match happens. At one point, Claudio tries to like kill Andrade with some weird ass contraption on the ladder. I don't know what the fuck that was. It didn't work very well. The ending comes out when a bunch of masked dudes come out, a la what the hell was that group in WWE in 2020? Retribution. A la Retribution style came out, and then one of them climbs the ladder, takes the chip down, and then the Joker finally comes out to the Metallica whatever song it is. Not Metallica, it's Rolling Stones, some devil song.
Sympathy for the Devil.
Sympathy for the Devil, which is crazy that he paid for that just for that one segment, which is insane. But
hey, you remember when James Ellsworth did this, and then they was setting niggas ablaze for that.
I think because it was the first women's one. They was like, "Oh, you ruined the
one, yeah.
they ruined the first women's ladder match by a man being involved." I was like, you know what? Fair enough.
You're right.
Nah. I mean, this match is basically the finish. What's the most important part was, as it would lead to the finish of the show. But yeah, the Joker wins. He doesn't really do anything. He just kind of comes in, grabs the chip from Stokely Hathaway. So now Stokely has a group of guys: Morrissey, the Gun Club. All the people he recruited, my man with the green hair, I forgot his name. Moriarty. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it right now. Next matchup, which I think was the best match of the night personally. Dark Order and Hangman Page versus Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. I'm sorry, Redacted, the Redacted Trios team. For the Trios Championship final. I'm not the biggest fan of the AEW trio style. However, I think this was the best one I've seen in a long time. I thought it was just all around good. It wasn't a bunch of spots for it was a lot of spotty stuff, but it wasn't like, a Lucha Bros type one where just moves on moves on moves, or what we saw with the United Empire and the Elite, how just a bunch of moves, nothing really mattered. This match, it had a meaning to it. There was a story to it. The history involved. It was just a really good match. I really, really enjoyed this. And I thought this was the match of the night.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think, you put those 4 members of the Elite in a tag team match. That Revolution match is still probably their best match. Absolutely. The best match in AEW history. So when you see that, it's like, again, Silver and Reynolds can go to, and the story, just Hangman not being, sure of how he wants to do this because he really didn't want anything to do with him. And, it leads to him hitting Silver and Kenny and them getting a win. So I enjoyed it.
Good match. It didn't matter. None of it mattered. Mm-hmm. Also, Alex Reynolds' beard really bothers me. I don't know what's wrong. Like, he faded or something. It looks like it's glued on. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Like
Sorry,
that boy need his shit lined up.
Yeah, it looks like it glued on. It looks really weird.
You seen that TikTok where the dude was just like, fresh cut. If you recognize me, you'll see me. And his beard is like lined up, but like it's all fucked up.
the Lincoln.
Yeah, like that boy shit all fucked up, bro. But nah, hey man. This ain't really for me. Yeah, I did think that this is actually probably one of the best trios matches that take place in the tournament. I will, kind of eat crow a little bit, man. This wasn't hey man, I don't really want to hurt you, man.
Yeah,
they kind of died. They kind of dialed that back. I thought that was really good. And then, they did their thing. I think a lot of these people have chemistry. And then, they did their thing.
Plus, I think John Silver is one of the best. I still think John Silver is one of the best hot tags in wrestling right now. Also, real quick, we didn't get to talk about it, but on Rampage, I thought Best Friends versus Dark Order and Hangman was actually pretty good. I know you whatever, but I'm just saying I thought it was better than the United Empire Elite match. Next match on the card, Athena versus Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship. I couldn't tell you anything that happened in this match except for Athena screaming for Jade Cargill to kick out every pinfall attempt. I don't know why she was doing that. She was screaming it. She was like, kick out, kick out, kick out.
Burying her ass.
I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, I think she knows to kick out. She's gonna win the match. What the fuck? She knows she's gonna kick out, but she's like screaming it. I'm like, it was so audible. I don't understand the reasoning for that. It was really weird.
Like she's seen it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Cena times 2. This was I couldn't believe she was just screaming like that, like right in her face. Like, yo, you're pinning her. She can see. Like, I don't know.
That's right.
My favorite thing about this is that a lot of my friends that don't really watch wrestling, this was like their first AEW pay-per-view that they watch. So, you know, the energy that they were getting from the show is how I was feeling, and you know, they came to their own conclusion. They said, man, finally we get to see Jade Cargill wrestle. I hit the SpongeBob double take, and they were all just like, damn, that was it. And I said, I'm telling you guys, that's all you get from Jade in AEW, bro. And they said, man, that and they were just like, this match was not really good.
This was the worst match of the night, easily.
I think it is. I think this. Yeah,
they cut the time short.
They cut them and Hobbs and Stark. You could tell from Hobbs and Stark that.
Mm-hmm. I was just like, come on.
I mean, these are probably the 2 matches that didn't need to be on the pay-per-view anyway, so that's fine.
I did like the.
Are you saying that this pay-per-view did not need representation, my brother?
We did not need this Athena Jade Cargill match. This is the representation that I do not need on my wrestling shows. Next up, Motor City Machine Guns and Jay Lethal versus FTR and Wardlow. Now, my dumbass didn't realize, completely forgot, I shouldn't have, that Motor City Machine Guns are from Detroit because it's in their name, Motor City, that they will obviously get booed in Chicago because Detroit and Chicago clearly got beef. So it should have made sense to me. I'm like, why would they boo them? But clearly they're in Chicago. I couldn't tell you anything about this match, really. It was fine. Everybody got their shit in, I guess. This was a waste of FTR and Wardlow's time. They were just kind of, because even the finish was like Samoa Joe coming out to, come for Jay Lethal, which has been the feud in FTR and Wardlow, which come on the side. So like,
he's pretty hard.
It was just a kind of a match that happened. This is another match that probably could have been a Dynamite main event.
Okay.
Sat and took a belt to the stomach and fell. I said, yeah, that's enough for him. It was, you took one shot. You're supposed to be this big old giant. One title to the stomach. Yeah.
I would have
They put that iron to his chest, man. We get a motherfucker. Definitely. This match definitely will be forgotten in time. That's all I'll have to say about this.
I would have rather them. They could have put, because they got Time Machine and Impact is Kushida and the Morrison Machine Guns. I would have rather had them in the trios tournament if you like use the machine guns in some type of form.
That would have been nice. That would have been fun. That's fine. I would have been mad at that. But, they had to give FTR and Wardlow something to do, even though they could have given way better options. But not here nor there. It already happened. Next up, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks. Wasn't much of a match. Kind of low-key, an extended squash of Ricky Starks. Powerhouse went over, and that's kind of it. Thoughts?
My thoughts, what size PC shirt does Ricky Stark wear? It's time. It's time. Cody made
that boy. He ain't a large now, but he gonna grow into it. You feel me? Get that boy on that PC regimen, man.
Get that boy a call. Free him, Cody. Free him. Please.
Okay, and probably the most surprising match I thought on the card. I was like, wow, I'm really enjoying this. The Acclaim versus Swerve in Our Glory. Hey man, I gotta be honest. I gotta keep it,
bro.
You're all in.
I'm
not ready to say I'm all in yet, but I will say, as far as in-ring work, this is their best work by far, especially for Max. I always thought Bowens was pretty decent. I never thought Max was all that great. I thought this is Max's best performance. I've never doubted Swerve or Keith Lee's wrestling abilities. So I mean, this is it shouldn't shock anybody they had a good match. It was just, man, this was a really good match. The crowd was super into it. I think that really helped. The crowd, hey, the Acclaim, as much as we can say what we want about the Acclaim, them boys are over.
I'm Drewski hands to the Acclaim now. I think the rapping shit is corny, but I think Swerve's rapping shit is cornier.
Bro, I think
Because
we're
this
one
nigga
more
really,
week away.
because this nigga really think he Jermaine Dupri, bro. That shit's crazy to me, man. But nah, like I was just telling, I was just thinking to myself earlier today when we was talking about the Acclaim, on the show where they was just getting an amazing reaction, and Swerve didn't really get that sort of reaction, even when he was sort of like playing face in that sense. Well, I felt like he was sort of playing to the crowd in a sort of fashion, but the Acclaim, I don't really like the edgy shit, but I can't be mad at it. Like I can't be, the Simone Biles shit. Yeah, it was distasteful, but it's definitely not something that I'm gonna keep on my chest forever.
Yeah,
Right.
Just
because they definitely showed me something on that pay-per-view.
them boys was over, including Billy Gunn. I don't think Billy Gunn's ever been this over in his life. His whole career. I don't think Billy Gunn's ever been this over.
He was
Nigga
to the
went,
Rock, did that one promo on him.
He wasn't even over
his
there.
ass. But I'll say this, man. When Swerve came out and the crowd didn't go up, and then Scissor Me Daddy Ass had the arena going nuts.
Rocking. Shit, was a rock.
I said, oh nah, bruh.
It's funny though, because my boy really like a couple months, like a month and a half ago, like, bro, he's like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the Acclaim might be one of them ones. We all looking at him like, huh? But every week it seemed like it just grow and grow. And it's like, and now you see Cena co-signing Max Caster, Seth saying something about it. It's like, whoa, this is
the momentum shift.
How do
And
we,
then,
I'm like,
I like something that was really funny to me, something that like really is that Swerve is really deep into this rap shit. Like he really be in the studio, he really be with the NPCs and shit. And then you got these Nick Cannon ass motherfuckers that are way more over than you on the music shit. It is comedy, bruh.
I love JR always saying, yo, listen at the start of it. That's hilarious too.
Yo, JR's so fed up with shit. He wasn't even on the show today. I just realized that now that I think about it. But
I think the show was very much better for it.
It's fair enough. Next matchup: Hikaru Shida versus Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker. By this point of the show, this is when I start tapping out. I'm worn out by this point.
I was like, I actually wanted to see this match. Like, I could legit, like, no cap, no bullshit. I was legitimately excited to see this. By the time this shit came on, my eyes just didn't want to be in it. I was in it. My eyes had different plans.
I couldn't tell you anything that happened in this match. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember anything about this match.
I knew the result.
I was 1 hour ahead and I was still snoring.
So the projected winner was going to be Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa anyway, so they just went with Tony Storm regardless. Yeah, I don't. Seems like there's some tension between Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. And Hikaru
I'm way
Shida,
more interested in that.
And Hikaru Shida, back to dark you go. See you later.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks
for being a good hand.
Grand opening, grand closing.
This is definitely grand closing for Hikaru Shida. She'll be all right. She got that belt from Japan, whatever. What is it, Cyrus? Something wave. Something wave, too wavy. She's too wavy.
I don't watch Wave.
They
got some nice wrestlers over there.
Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy, which ended up not being a match because Christian's injured. So it becomes Luchasaurus turning on Jungle Boy again, which brings the question, why did they even do this in the first place? I don't know. This storyline, I guess they had to make an all-call audible and shift it to Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy going forward because we don't know when Christian will be back. So that's the thing that happened. That's fine, I guess. I understand.
I'm just not gonna watch the matches, man.
You got another flat screen because Jungle Boy.
Christian, I'm not. Oh, you're talking about Jungle Boy. They about Christian.
He's not one of them pillars, bro.
We're hanging it up.
I don't see it.
Oh no,
I don't see
hey man,
he's the worst.
I never saw it for the boy.
He's the worst.
I never saw it.
I'm sorry. No, I
For
take
a
that back.
second, I did.
Sammy's the worst of the pillars, but
Sammy
Jungle Boy
really isn't a pillar.
he's the worst of the pillars, but
But,
I
what are you
think
saying?
honestly, I think all the pillars.
yeah.
No, MJF.
No.
I'll give MJF. I'll give MJF.
Oh,
He
MJF
wasn't.
is
He
a
wasn't
pillar.
on that pillar shirt.
Nah, he
You went on the
he
list?
made it. He made it the shirt where he put himself on it.
Oh, he was.
Because
Who's the
his-
four
his-
again? It's Darby.
I think it's
Sammy,
Hangman.
Darby.
Oh, Hangman. That's right. I don't know. I thought MJF was on that.
So there's only
Hangman. I'm sorry. Hangman is a former champion, but he still ain't getting that love, man. Like he is not. He is not. And you know what? I'll say he a pillar, but it need to be reinforced with a little bit of concrete or something, man.
Oh,
Like
man. All right.
it's just stick and dirt.
Shaky.
It's shaky.
Yeah,
Shaky
we
foundation?
got modern technology, and he's not it.
Okay. Another match that probably didn't need to be on this card and was kind of a non-factor. Lionheart Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson. This was a match that happened.
This needed to be on the show.
Why?
It's two of one of your biggest stars. The fuck you talking
That's
about?
fair. I mean, outside of that, yeah. I mean, but there was no real like. I didn't really care. Whoever won this match.
Oh
didn't
no,
really
hey
matter.
man, we
Like the result of
I
the
don't
match
give a
doesn't
shit
matter.
neither.
I'm not gonna hold you. After the Acclaim match, everything was just
Yeah.
I'm
I think
fighting
the
for
crowd
my
was cut.
life.
Yeah, I think even the crowd was getting worn out after the Acclaim match. They wore themselves out. This match, Jericho gets the win. I'm not sure why Jericho got the win. I mean, but once again, I guess it doesn't really matter who won that match. It didn't make a difference in the end result. Good match though. But besides that, I got nothing really for it. Just a good match. Yeah, got any thoughts on this match?
I'm nice that the Lionheart showed up.
Right.
I'm just sad that I wasn't there.
He showed up again.
That's cool that you was there. I was not. No.
That's-
I'm
that was
I cannot say that I was mentally present for the rest of this pay-per-view.
It was hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was hard. Go
not
ahead,
gonna
Sid.
lie. Trying to rewatch all these pay-per-views and choosing to do All Out last was probably my biggest mistake.
Yeah, you might have messed up. You did it all in one day too. You're bugging.
I made it like 2 a day, but it was like 1 o'clock, and I was like, I can't get through this All Out tonight. I can't do it. Nope.
When I miss AEW pay-per-views and then I gotta watch it on the replay, 2 times speed me, please.
I have a really hard time watching wrestling on replay anyway. If I don't watch it live, I'm probably not gonna pay attention to it.
I
I'm
have
like
to
that.
watch it.
I have to
I
watch
the replay right after. It has to be.
I have to watch. I have to watch live stuff live. Even like I can't go back and watch a basketball game or a football game unless it was like a classic. I can't. You know what I mean? I have to, if it's a live thing, I have to watch it when it's happening live. Otherwise, I just
Right.
won't be interested.
There's a lot of pay-per-views I ain't see because I missed it live. Let me tell you.
House of Black, in which we're assuming, we're not even assuming, we know is
confirmed.
It's confirmed that Malachi Black is no longer with the company as of now. Against Miro, Darby Allin, and Sting.
Yes,
This
my guy
is
free.
This is another match that
Fuck
didn't matter all that much.
Fuck this match, man. My guy is free. My guy is free.
Okay, I understand he's free.
Free the
Cyrus.
guy.
I'm just you turn the lights on, you change the lights in your fucking room. What's going on? Yeah, so much is a video podcast sometimes. For some reason, Cyrus put the sexy lights on in the room. I have no idea what
It's getting real. It's getting real satanic in here. You feel me?
I got you.
Real
Okay.
cultist hours. You feel me?
From what we've uncovered, some mental health issues with Aleister Black. He was unhappy. He was not in a good space.
Oops.
And he kind of asked for he wanted out. He initially asked for a release a little while back. We heard rumors of him being asking for a release months ago, and it was kind of denied, and now they finally kind of let him go. So I hope he gets his mental right, and we'll see what the future leads for Aleister Black or Malachi Black or Tommy End.
You don't want to go back there, my friend. You don't want to go back out there. Man.
The way it's looking over there, I wouldn't want to go back over there either. So I mean, he got out.
You
just in
feel
time.
me? Hey man, I
go ahead.
know a nice place where you could be with your friends and your girlfriend.
He should have known
Hey,
it was
man.
in the water. That boy Arn Anderson blocked the Black Mass, and that was That was the
Yeah.
start and end.
Come on. That boy
I didn't
should have
even
been
know-
called. That boy should have called Paul and said something's not right. Something's in the water, man. I'm so glad that my guy is free, man. When I heard the news, man, symbols appeared on my chest and glowed like I was the part of the acolytes. You feel me? I was very excited about this. You feel me? It took me so long. Or like I knew they said that was like Bradshaw, but I was just like, nah, that can't. No way that is JBL.
That can't be the same guy.
That can't be the same JBL. That motherfucker looks so goddamn different, bro.
You should have seen but you don't understand. Like, I know we're off topic, but the transition from Bradshaw to JBL, there was no slow transition. It was immediately 1 week he was Bradshaw, 2 weeks later that man was full on JBL out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell just happened? It blew my mind at the time.
It still blows my mind today.
the way they jumped from one gimmick to the other like that was insane.
He beat Farouk ass and just came in a suit. And
yeah, he broke up with Farouk, and next week he was like a whole new character. It worked though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and
what else we got,
done
man?
with that one? We're on the last match. CM Punk versus Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship. This is only 5 days after their last match they just had, where he got squashed. And CM Punk wins. This match doesn't even matter anymore now, though, because like none of this matters. They should have never even took off the belt off of Moxley. The match was fine.
Opening, grand closing.
You ain't lying about this one.
The match was not fine.
It was fine. The match was fine.
The match was not fine.
It was fine. Yeah, that's all. I mean, this match means nothing now.
Yeah, this match means nothing. Punk definitely should not have been out there wrestling at all. Hey, man.
I hated the finish. I thought like doing it twice was cool, but I feel like there was a better way than him laying on you for damn near a minute before you're like, yeah, let me get the well. I don't know why I expected Punk to do some super scene stuff.
Cool visual. That's all I can give it.
I'm sick of blood too in Moxley matches. He's blood for me.
At least it wasn't Moxley.
I'm sick of Moxley matches. You feel me? That's where I'm at with it. I don't give a fuck if it wasn't his blood. I was still yawning and fucking bored as hell when Wheeler Yuta was goddamn spraying like.
I like that match. I ain't gonna hold you.
Match is ass.
The Wheeler Yuta versus Moxley match from Rampage. That was
ass. Good. That should have done nothing for that boy. Look at his ass now.
I mean, that's going different. Up against technical people. I don't know. I think he needs.
That is not his bag, bro.
Yeah, he needs the clash of styles. I think that works.
Yeah, he needs to
technical versus
technical. I'll put it this way:
take that bullshit somewhere else.
I'd be kind of hot about Moxley, bro. After all that bullshit, and then this bullshit happened.
He was supposed to go on vacation. I'd be so pissed.
I'd be hot. I'm
supposed to be with my family. I'm supposed to be at my family right now, and now I'm not. Because you made a stupid ass decision.
Because y'all a bunch of idiots. I mean, you can't fault that with Tony Khan though. I mean,
yes, I can.
You can't. He didn't know the niggas gonna fight in the back.
He let it boil up to this point. Are you kidding me?
I'm not saying, but he didn't know the fight was going down. I don't think he thought they were going to go to blows
the poor leadership had to boil over at some point.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that night.
He's stupid as hell. He was stupid as hell thinking that was never going to happen.
I know Moxley was back there, drinking his non-alcoholic beers, packing his bags for his trip. Got that.
That boy was on the phone with Renee in a tone you never heard him speak. Boy, I can't wait. Miz told me all about Cabo.
And Tony was on the phone. Like, I gotta do what?
We need you back.
Oh, come on, dog.
That boy was on the connecting at the connecting destination. Said, nah, damn, I gotta swing back.
We are burying the lead here because I almost forgot. The end of after the match is over. The Joker comes back out. Unmasked, we find out it's MJF all along. He's back. They cut a promo with a voicemail of Tony Khan begging and pleading for that man to come back. I'll pay you whatever. Just come back. We need you.
I'm about to put the Mom's Room an instrumental over there.
I need you right now. Yeah, so MJF is back. I think we all kind of figured this was going to happen. If I was at this point where I was at, like, if he's not coming back here or Grand Slam, he's never coming back. But he came back here, and I think we kind of figured that out once the ladder match happened. Where everybody kind of assumed, oh yeah, that's MJF. So yeah, MJF is back. I think he was sorely needed in AEW. I don't know why. I still to this day don't know why they left him off the show for this long. I mean, the pop. I guess the pop was worth it, but like, they probably could have got that pop 2 months ago. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't need to go this long without putting him on TV.
And now the pop don't matter.
What's that?
And now the pop don't matter because everything else happened.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it seemed like they were leading to MJF versus. Not even seemed like it was very obvious to go and it goes MJF to Punk. But now that Punk is suspended, possibly, I mean, we don't know what he is. I'm assuming fired. Now that Punk is fired, we're no longer working with the company. I don't know the direction they go with MJF going forward. They're gonna have to pivot him into something. I don't know what, because he's not in the tournament that we're gonna get into. But I kind of feel bad, but also, like I said before, it's the same exact thing that happened to Wardlow, so I can't really feel that bad about MJF getting hit with the same thing. His weekend got ruined, but you ruined Wardlow's weekend. So
I would never feel bad for MJF because dude stinks.
I don't think MJF stinks. I honestly, MJF has grown on me. He really had grown on me. I think in ring, I think he grew on me.
You see, with the Acclaim, I could forgive the corny raps. That's cool. On Sunday, they'll definitely show me something. MJF, don't be showing me nothing.
You didn't like the Punk matches? I like the dog collar match he had with Punk.
What is he do? You know, this is a very "what have you done for me lately"
He only wrestles 5 times a year, nigga. Right. He wrestles
and you know what? Out of those 5, 1 is good.
I don't remember any other ones, honestly, so I couldn't even tell you.
He fought Brian Pillman Jr.
He did. Fuck Brian Pillman Jr.
and beat him in his own city.
Like after he called his mom a crack whore.
Called his mom a crack whore, said your daddy belonged in the dirt, spun back, beat his ass.
We didn't see Brian Pillman since, so he got turned on again by Julia Hart a year later. Yeah, so any more thoughts on this pay-per-view? I thought it was very long.
Throw this pay-per-view in the dirt.
And it sucks because I usually am excited about All Out because usually the card is mostly, but the build up and everything in this one, I was like, this is gonna suck, and I know it. And people are gonna lie that it's.
I'm not gonna say the show sucked. It just wasn't like. It was okay.
How was the show good?
It wasn't like. I would say there's more. If they cut it, it's not like any of the there were a lot of matches that didn't need to be on there.
Hold on. You could not even say that the good outweighed the bad. You stopped yourself from saying that. How is that a good show?
No, hold on. Let me finish. I'm not saying the good way didn't. I'm saying is, I was gonna say that not even the matches were bad. They were just unnecessary. There's a lot of unnecessary stuff on this show. If they cut 5 matches off this show, it'd be a lot better.
If somebody through their phone right now, I would completely understand.
What are you talking about? You're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say what you thought I was going to say. All I was saying was that
you stopped yourself from saying it, but still tried to prove that point.
I wasn't going to say it. I'm saying what I said is that there were too many matches on here that didn't need to be on the show. And they weren't even bad matches. They were just, I don't need to see, like, I don't think Motor City Machine Guns, Jay Lethal versus FTR and Wardlow should have been on this show. Unnecessary.
Very Rampage.
House of Black versus Miro, Darby Allin. Okay. Doesn't even be on the show.
I'm gonna say this.
But they weren't bad. Go ahead.
How is this a good show when there is so much garbage on the show, or like stuff that did not need to be there? This is a very loaded in the worst way.
So you say this is a bad show altogether, all around bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Especially with none of the results mattering after. This show was an afterthought as soon as that media scrum started. So that is the second point.
But that's not fair. You can't do that because they could have had the best show ever. If they had that fucking scrum, it wouldn't have made a difference. You could have WrestleMania 17.
That's their fault.
I mean, yeah, that's their fault. But you can't mark that against the show. You know what I mean? The show as itself, as in a bubble, just the show. Not talking about stuff.
If your show was hella good, then the fight backstage should not be the only thing we're talking about for the 3 days removed from this.
They could have had a WrestleMania 17. It wasn't going to matter after the scrum. Not whatever they did after the scrum. It didn't matter.
Oh, well, that's not my fault.
But you can't fault that onto the show itself. You know what I mean?
I absolutely can, because if you had a good show, we could be saying shit like, man. Some shit like we talked about goddamn how we talked about Worlds Collide.
Even if they had a good show, the first thing we were going to talk about on the fucking docket was the fight regardless. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. So you can't, that's two completely independent things.
We could say that fight was very funny. Everything was funny, and still say this show was good. This is not a good show, bro. Most of the ingredients in this sandwich is trash.
Okay. I'm gonna go over real quick. Casino ladder match, fine. It was fine. It was.
You hear this nigga, man? Come on,
Dark
Order already.
The bread stale. The trio title match was good.
Mayo.
Athena Jada Cargill was trash. Yeah. Machine Guns match was
urinal cake in the goddamn sandwich.
Machine Guns match was fine.
Barbecue sauce.
Powerhouse Ricky Starks was a thing that happened.
I needed
Acclaims Forever Our Glory was good, very good. The women's 4-way match was fine. I'm not gonna count Christian Cage for Jungle Book. That was the angle. It wasn't even a match.
not gonna count it. It was on the show though.
It wasn't even a match.
If they were gonna do that, they should have just had Luchasaurus do that Jungle Boy on.
I don't know. Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson wasn't needed, but the match was good. You know what I mean? And then the House of Black match was fine. And CM Punk Moxley was. I mean, you don't think it was good? I thought it was good. So
there's a lot of fine.
Yeah, I didn't say the pay-per-view was good. I'm saying it was just a fine pay-per-view. It was like it was okay. You're saying it was terrible. I'm like, it wasn't terrible. Just like it was a fine show, just a show that happened. I'm not gonna say it was the worst show of the year.
If he was a teacher grading papers and most of the shit is garbage, you just have to give it the average.
This is a C. This is a C. This is a C show.
That's not good.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was a fine show. Why are you trying to put words in my mouth of things I didn't say? I said this is a fine show.
My child comes home with C's. I don't think that is fine, my brother.
It's a passing grade. Anyway, can we talk about Dynamite, man? I'm ready to go to bed.
All right, let's get Dynamite out of the way, man. MJF because of promo. Did you think it was interesting?
I like the first half of it, but we knew where it was headed to. We knew we were gonna go on his regular heel shtick, and he gave us the edgy content we wanted. However, I did think it was a very interesting. I would be sarcastic about the edgy content part, but I think it was a nice glimpse to see what babyface MJF could be, which was interesting. It kind of reminded me like when The Rock. It
was just a lot of pandering.
Yeah, but
the usual hometown pandering. Sports jersey.
Yeah, but
say the name of the place.
Obviously, it was like in jest, but like,
yeah,
I could see where him being a face could work. You know what I mean? If they wanted to go that route. But yeah, then Moxley comes out. He's like, "Yo, I don't want to be here. I'm pissed off. I'm here." And I saw a lot of it was a theme going on. A lot of guys trying to be like, "This is my locker room." Like, I love AEW. There's been a lot of rah, real kind of get the troops going type of promos that were like
saying that this is a lot of motherfuckers going, "This is my yard."
Yeah, a lot of this like we know we're like this is the best wrestling promotion. I'm the leader here. Yada yada yada. Yeah, Jericho did his thing later on in the show, which I thought was like a direct shot. Like, hey, this is my shit. Fuck that punk nigga. This is my locker room. Which, hey,
hey man,
I wouldn't be shocked if Chris Jericho had more respect.
I'm with the Lionheart.
I'm on the boat. I'm on the cruise. What's up?
So yeah, I thought it was fine. The promos were cool. I can't. They're fine. Next we get Danielson versus Hangman. And I'm sorry, my vision was wavy
Was it
when I
really
heard
good?
that this was not the main event, or like what I heard was the main event instead of this.
I
said,
understand
whoa,
why
dude,
but after the show,
my room started spinning.
but after the show, you understood why that was the main event, though. It made sense after the show was over. I got why they made that the main. The hometown kid going over.
Actually, when the show was over, when Jericho and Danielson came out, I understood that part.
Yeah, but even
the hometown pop shit, come on, he would have got the same hometown pop at 9 p.m. It's not like they was in a different arena at 9.
But we always give them shit for not giving the big title wins at the end of the show. They gave us a big title win at the end of the show because they like to do it in the middle of the fucking show for no reason. They gave us to
nigga, this is the ROH pure title.
I'm not saying it's the most important title. I'm just saying they gave the title win at the end of the show. Hometown kid.
Are you kidding
I understand
me,
why they put it there. Go ahead, Sid. I know Sid wants to say something. Go ahead, Sid.
I will also say I think this is probably always their plan, regardless of what happened after the scrum. I feel like that was the only match they did promote for like 2.5 weeks. So I figured that's probably where they were gonna go with it, regardless if Punk was here or not. But yeah, I get what you mean though with regarding Heyman and Brown. So I kind of was thrown in for a loop when I saw it too. Now I was like, "What's the main event?" I said, "Oh, yeah."
This is like I get it that he the home downtown dude, but it's not like they just. It's not like they not gonna know the nigga from there because it's at 9 o'clock. They still gonna go crazy.
But that's the main event.
This match holds way more weight. This is for the AEW title.
It's a first round tournament match against a title match. I understand it, but
with two of your biggest stars, and then you have two fucking slices of bread fighting for a paperweight title in your main event.
But I know you don't like Daniel Garcia, but I gotta tell you something. People like Daniel Garcia. He has a fan base in AEW. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like he had the fan. I know you don't like Daniel Garcia, but people like Daniel Garcia.
That's fine. You know what? That's cool. You could like Daniel Garcia, but guess what? You have Bryan fucking Danielson back there.
You don't have to main event every
show. Are you
show?
fucking kidding me?
And
yes, he does.
He don't have to.
He just lost bad niggas.
We know how Danielson is. He definitely probably told him to make it the main event, still knowing how Danielson.
Or it just, I'm not mad at them.
That is fucking nuts. They lost most of their main event scene, and you said this nigga does not need to be in their main event.
No, this nigga. When does that matter? You know they care more about that 9 o'clock hour more than they care about that end of the night hour. You know that. We know that. They put everything at that beginning of the hour.
And that is a bad ideology as well.
I'm not saying that's not a bad. I'm saying that I don't think it's a big deal that they put the hometown kid winning the championship at the main event of the show. I don't think that's a big deal. I think that was something that any company would do.
If this was that match, Danielson versus Garcia, the roof off that place would have fucking exploded.
But it's not that.
And that's the problem.
But the roof still exploded. You act like he didn't get a pop when he won the championship. He had a huge pop when he won the championship. So what difference does it make?
Because that championship don't mean shit. That's
I understand that, but it's not the point. That's not the point. Anyway,
when Danielson and Garcia came out and raised his hand, I understood it a little more then, rather than, he's hometown dude. I don't think the volume level would have changed regardless of where he was.
But why not end the show with that? It's a good feel-good moment.
Because you have your two bigger stars on the middle of the show.
But they always do
for
that.
Something way more important.
I don't think a first
stakes and importance.
I don't think a first round match of a tournament is more important than a title match.
With these two guys, yes, the fuck it is.
I understand that it's the pure championship. I understand that.
When it's for
I'm
your
just
top,
saying it's not a big deal that they put them in the main event. That's all I'm saying.
For your top, when it's for is your top guys for your top title, my brother. This is way more important for a championship that has no television, bro.
It's the opening round match. It's fine. Regardless,
participants in it.
this is not my problem with the Hangman Bryan Danielson match. My problem with the Hangman Bryan Danielson match is there was no build to it. There no nothing.
Oh,
just we get right to the match.
Yo,
they could have advertised it a little bit more. I don't know, maybe put that on Rampage.
Do promos
you know what?
At least.
Yeah, like a
interview, video
something.
package.
Something.
Nigga, did you lose the footage of them going 60 minutes? Like, yeah. they hit up the video package, nigga, and he said, "Dog, it's Labor Day."
He said, "I'm not working." Y'all figure
that boy said it ain't render fast enough.
I'm just glad Danielson won because I was ready to have a dialogue if he did.
Oh, Heyman Page not winning this. I'm just like, this is crazy, bro. Like Quan said on Twitter, like another little redemption arc, another fight from under from Hangman Page when he's not really fighting from under.
Just
not even. I don't know. I'm tired of this man discovering himself. I don't want to see this man discover himself anymore. We've seen that already.
A sad cowboy, bro.
We really can't talk about what he's trying to overcome because that's an open case.
Hey man, I'm
demons, man.
I'm very much over the redemption arc. Where are we at with it?
Moving on. We get our quote unquote main event. West Side Gun comes out. I said, ugh. I heard that beat, and the first thing that came to my mind was that meme where it's just like, every time I'm in the city, I make the gun go. Wow. When they put the Griselda beat over that, I said that is a very funny meme.
I got a lot of heat in the Discord because I said I like West Side Gun the music.
I'm sorry you hear that.
I will admit I was a West Side Gun hater for a long time, and then at some point I was like, you know what? I kind of like this guy. It had to grow on me a little bit, but I fuck with West Side Gun. I really do. I'm not
surprised, man. That's the corny shit you into.
Oh, that's the corny shit I'm into. Damn. Okay, gotcha.
That's
my
cool,
fault.
Man. Digimon, West Side Gun.
Hey, yo.
All right. Anyway, I thought the match was fine. I'm not a big fan of the pure rules thing. Not really. I never was a big fan of it when it originally was going on.
They didn't
except when Nigel, they didn't really explain it very well. At least they put up a graphic. They put up a graphic.
They usually put up.
They didn't explain the rope break thing.
Yeah,
which I know the rules, but like
but they probably should explain it a little bit better because
also they had BJ Whitmer in the crowd, and then Excalibur said that shit in passing. That's a guy right there. You feel me?
Or you can say, who the fuck is BJ Whitmer? Or because most people. I would imagine most people who watch that show have no idea who BJ Whitmer is.
Shit, I didn't know who the fuck A Steel was either, but they still pop for that nigga.
Did you see that Booker T clip?
Yes, where he was just like, who the fuck is A Steel? And I hit my nigga. I'm glad you said that because I don't give a.
He was like, I don't want no heat, but who the fuck is they still?
It was just when you told me he's like a Chicago legend or he trained Punk and all that shit, I really wanted to say, who cares?
Did you know who A Steel was?
When Punk was throwing little kicks like that, I wouldn't claim training that nigga.
No, Punk didn't start throwing the kicks till he got the ECW. That was the ECW thing. I think Paul Heyman wanted him to be like a Muay Thai fighter for some reason. I don't think that nigga ever did Muay Thai in his life. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
I believe you was gonna ask Sid, did you know who A Steel was?
Yeah, did you know who A Steel is, Sid? When they showed him on the screen?
When that man walked, I said, who is that white man?
Have you ever seen an A Steel match? I know die hard ROH, indie,
nigga, me. That was me, and I couldn't tell you an A Steel match to save my life.
Still don't know this nigga, man.
I couldn't. I've watched the most obscure 2000s indie wrestling matches I've ever seen in my life.
You sent me them DVDs. Hey man, I look at the back of them Chikara shits, and I'm just like, this is the ghetto.
Don't do that. King of Trios was fire. But
I'm sure it is. But when
That's an '80s Saturday Night main event job.
That is definitely a shotgun Saturday night chopper.
But how'd you feel about this match so we can wrap this up?
It was cool. It was, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the pure title rules type of deal, but it was Daniel Garcia versus Wheeler Yuta. They have good chemistry. They've had 2 other good matches, so I wasn't surprised this match was going to be. I kind of assumed Daniel Garcia was going to win the championship after the when they I realized they were in Buffalo. Also, this is like the only time Wheeler Yuta's ever defended the championship since he's won it, so I was like, they might want to get it off.
He only defends it against Daniel Garcia.
Pretty much. Dead ass. You ain't even lying.
I was just like, yo, if Daniel Garcia don't win this, I was just like, nah, something's wrong now. Wheeler Yuta, I'm mixed. I used to really be a big supporter, wanted to see this kid grow, still want to, for Daniel Garcia. Like, I was really rooting for him. I'm a little mixed now. I think, like, there's definitely areas where he can improve. With Wheeler Yuta, it ain't coming together, brother. It ain't.
Yeah, I was saying that. I was like, even in the BCC, he's still kind of just Wheeler Yuta with a little bit more aggression.
A member of the BCC. Hold on. It's the hours, you feel me? I gotta look up some things.
Yeah,
this nigga is part of your squad, bro, and he came out and raised your ops hand. Wheeler Yuta, my job is hiring. If you could work 4 days a week, call me.
Hey, he gave a little attitude about it though. He had a little like hey, what's up with
what
that?
are you gonna do about it?
Oh, he might have to smack him around.
Did y'all hear William Regal's reasoning for why they didn't add Garcia to the BCC?
I get it.
I get it, but I was just like, let's be real.
We need opponents like this.
That's the Regal thing when he on commentary. That's Regal reasoning. If you ever look up on Reddit when they do the Regal thing, where they kind of like make up stuff like when something doesn't make sense, of like regalize it to make it make sense. He's really good at that on commentary. Making shit.
I get it. A rival makes you stronger, I guess. But what happened to competitive rivalries, my brother? Like, does the concept of that just like shatter?
I don't know.
Like friendly competition, I thought it was funny, but whatever. Regal's crazy, man. But no, it is what it is. I don't really think Wheeler Yuta don't really want to do anything about it. And if they do, thank God for giving my brother some story. But if they don't, Wheeler Yuta, call me, bro. Stay down for a couple years. We could probably get you way better benefits than what AEW got you on. Get you some life insurance too.
We need more police officers in CT, so
police.
We need more. We need more some pizza delivery drivers. You feel me? Quick hits, man. Toni Storm defeats Penelope Ford. Flat match, flat finish.
All right. Hey, you think with all these damn people that are off the show, you can put another women's match on the show?
Absolutely not, baby.
Squeeze Jade in there. Nothing.
We got to get the Acclaim coming out with a full entrance and not wrestling after.
Let's do anything. No promo.
What Stephen A. Smith say? What do you think?
What do you think? Yeah, Acclaim coming out for no reason, just to come out to get interrupted
to announce their match that they're gonna have at Grand Slam. But I was just like, damn, what happened to backstage vignettes, my nigga?
they want the I don't know. But yeah, it looks like they kind of have Swerve kind of hinting towards a more heelish kind of character, which I don't know where that leaves Keith. I don't know if Keith is gonna be like hey, wait, what are you doing? And they're gonna lead to their breakup. But like I said on Twitter, they're looking real transitional, #transitional right now.
They was that when they won the titles and the Bucks said, yeah, we're gonna start a new division.
Yeah, pretty much.
Instantly took the focus off them niggas, man. Come on now. Tomfoolery, bro. Andrade for some reason wants to hire an injured dude
from the Dark Order
running this angle again. This guy's dumb. Not really business savvy, man. And then they didn't even talk about Jade Cargill getting that win. Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker are having some stuff. Yeah, most likely. Thunder Rosa asked for her release. Sayonara, partner. I said, why don't you quit last week? She said, I heard you.
You right.
Hey, man. When I'm wrong, I'll turn this mic off.
What'd you say?
But that is it. On? Don't even put the ref shirt on, man. If you could work 4 days a week, I could get you a job.
All right, man. I'm done. What are we doing?
That is it for AEW, man. Thank you, Sid, for joining us on this show, man. I hope whatever Quan owe you, you got it.
Yeah, it was long. This was long overdue. I was supposed to have them on when you were on one of your little vacations, your little sneaky links. I was gonna have Sid on here to hold it down, but I forgot. I think he couldn't do it. Something happened, and I had to get. I don't remember who I got. That might have been the Meals episode. Actually, I think I had to get Meals.
More important stuff. Not watching AEW, putting yourself first. I love that. We'll have a lot more stuff to talk about next week when we do the show. If you're not a Patreon, we talk. If you're not a patron, my fault. We talked about Clash at the Castle, where show was hard. We had a nice little overview of the show, man. If you would love to hear that discussion, go to the Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can follow Quan on Twitter at the Comeback Spot, unless you got him blocked. You can follow me, Cyrus, on Twitter at Cyrus on TWR. I talk about wrestling sometimes. Sometimes. You can follow Sid at, I believe is at the Sid Jones.
Yes, sir.
My mind remembered it. Flawless, man. You can see everything that is going on with the A Show Network at the A Show RNC on Twitter. You can check out the Rewriters Room. The A Show, they go very well in depth into the CM Punk situation, where there was more skepticism in the air.
Much more seriousness. A lot, not as much jokes as ours was, but they had some jokes.
They got some jokes off, but it was just like, there was a lot more to talk about because like the result wasn't there yet.
Yeah, now we know. Now we know what happened. It was like, okay.
Yeah, we got to the end of the journey. It was just like, well, Joe's over.
Like, watching them was like, God damn, what are we about to talk about?
Oh, absolutely. I said this is a hard act to follow. Good thing I ain't planning on following it. I was dreading it all day. I said, please come to a conclusion so we could talk about the conclusion. But yeah, that is it.
Next week we got the report cards. Also, more importantly, it's my birthday week. We turning up. You feel me? The big 3-2. You feel me? Magic Johnson out here.
Okay, I was about to say Shaq.
Nah, you know what? Nah, not that Shaq. Yeah, Shaq out here. Big Shaq. You feel me?
That Shaq's number? I was about to just throw
that was his number. That was his number in Orlando, right? I believe it's in Orlando.
It was his LA.
I'm not the biggest sports guy.
I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he was 32 in Orlando.
I'm not gonna Google it. I'm just gonna let niggas cook us.
I don't want to be wrong about this. Oh, yeah, he was 32 in Orlando. Okay, I wasn't bugging. All right, here we're good.
Okay. Well, good. Gotta love fact checking. Am I right? But see you guys next week, man. Thank you for supporting and listening to the War Report.